for the training that you're doing and the training that you are receiving. This is the second time I've come to see this training for the frontline in Ukraine. And just as with the first time, I find it incredibly humbling to see the training that is being done here. The number of countries that are coming together, including obviously United Kingdom, New Zealand, Australia, many other countries here, coming together to do vital training with our Ukrainian friends and colleagues and allies. It's really humbling. It's incredibly professional. It could not be more important 3 years into this conflict. And it's so important in terms of the training that's being done. This morning, we saw some of the work you're doing in terms of trench warfare, also the work clearing mines and training for that. Only a few weeks ago, I was in Kyiv. I was in the burns unit of a major hospital in Kyiv, and I saw some of those returning from the front line who got blast injuries. And so for me, this was very, very real training. But also for the Ukrainians here and in Ukraine, the symbolism of so many countries coming together to work together on this training as a professional commitment, but also as a symbol of allies standing together with Ukraine. To our Ukrainian colleagues here, I just want to say, again, thank you for coming to this training. It is incredible to see the resilience and inspiration that you have in terms of what you're going on to do from here back to the front line, or to the first time to the front line. I know some here are coming for the second time, I think, or even the third time back to training, maybe to take that training on to people in country. Hugely important. And again, humbling, the sense that so many people have come from different backgrounds, civilian backgrounds, doing all sorts of other jobs, and now heading either to the front line for the first time or heading back to the front line. I don't think it could come at a more important point. I think it's incredible that all of the predictions at the beginning of this conflict were that the aggressor, Russia, would succeed very quickly, and they didn't, because of the resilience of the Ukrainians, because you fought back and fought for your country, and fought for all of us in fighting for your country. Now, 3 years in, it's important that we all step up on defence and security. There's been an intense debate about this in the last few months, how all of the countries, not just in Europe, but way beyond Europe, need to step up on security and defence. That's why we have stepped up by making sure that we're going to go to 2.5% GDP on our defence spend, rising to 3%. That's the biggest sustained increase since the Cold War, making that commitment. New Zealand making a similar commitment just recently to increase their defence spend, and also to bring together what we call the coalition of the willing, which is those allies that want to be there to ensure that if there is a deal and a ceasefire, that it is a lasting peace for Ukraine and for Europe and the world. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you for what you're doing. Thank you for showing us the training that you're doing this morning. I leave here in a moment just as humbled as I did the first time, thinking about the training you're providing, the training that you're receiving, and the really important task to our Ukrainian colleagues that you are going on to perform on behalf of your own country, but also on behalf of the values and freedoms that we hold dear. So it's a real privilege to be able to be here with you this morning. Thank you very much. I'll hand over to Prime Minister of New Zealand. And I think it's really, and I hope you can see as a statement of intent, to see two Prime Ministers standing here together to show the joint way in which our two countries approach this, to show the strength of our working relationship and how closely we're aligned are on issues of defence and security, on many other issues as well. So, Chris, over to you. Thank you.
Yeah, appreciate that. Well, kia ora, good morning, everybody. Can I just say also what a tremendous privilege it is to be here today and to see up close and first-hand the incredible work that you're all doing together. Can I just acknowledge Prime Minister Starmer and just say thank you, Keir, for your unwavering support for Ukraine. Thank you for the global leadership role that you are playing and for stepping up into that. It's important work, and we really appreciate what you're doing, leading the way there. And also to the UK team that's actually hosting all the 14 countries that are now operating out of here. I want to say thank you for the work that you do, and it's been a real privilege for us as a New Zealand team and contingent to partner with the UK officers and leaders that are here as well. But most importantly, can I acknowledge the Ukrainian soldiers that are here in front of us today. And I want you to know that you are deeply inspirational to us, that we have huge admiration for your bravery, for your courage, and for the sacrifice that you make. It is incredibly sobering to think that many of you have been to this place to train. You've been out to the battlefront. You've come back now as leaders to actually do more training, and in a matter of days could be back at the front line again, actually fighting for freedom and the defence of your country and what is an incredibly unjust, illegal and immoral war started by Russia. And so I want you to know that you are heroes. President Zelensky is a hero, and all Ukrainian citizens are heroes as well in our eyes. Can I just acknowledge the New Zealand Defence Force that is here, and to our Kiwi team, can I say thank you very much for your contribution. I hope you feel incredibly proud of what you are contributing here in this place as well. People, we are a small country. We are a long, long way away from Ukraine or from the UK, and we have limited resources. But we are here because you are fighting for values that we believe deeply in. And those values are the sovereignty of nation states. Those values are upholding the international rules-based system. It's about democratic ideals and liberal democracy, values that we as a small country in particular have huge appreciation for. But values are only so good unless you put them into action, and that's why we've made the commitments that we've made as a New Zealand team here to back that up. So again, I just want to say to all of you, thank you very much for the work that you're doing, the way that you're working together as 14 countries now on this training and on this exercise, united in a common purpose and a mission, are united in a set of values, and following those values through with some really key actions. And can I just say again, in terms of the New Zealand-UK relationship, it's very poignant. In a couple of days, I go to a place called Gallipoli in Turkey. And in that place, 110 years ago, British and New Zealand soldiers fought side by side. And here we are today, 110 years down the road, working together to support Ukraine. So again, it's a real privilege to be here. Thank you again for the work that you're all doing. It's incredibly inspiring for all of us. And we're incredibly grateful, and it's a great privilege to be here. Thank you very much.